Hello everybody and welcome to the Homestead's Facebook page and YouTube channel. Today I wanted to show you how to make use of the Echinacea plants that you may have growing in your garden, and to try to convince you that if you don't have any growing, that perhaps this is a good perennial to consider. Several studies have been conducted reviewing the benefits of Echinacea. Some of the studies have shown benefit while some have shown none. Please keep in mind that these studies were done a significant amount of time ago. I believe the last major study was conducted around 2000, so it's something that needs to have more research put into it. In modern times, Echinacea has been used to treat the colds and flus. The idea is that it boosts immunity by increasing white blood cell counts, thus shortening illness times. Historically, in First Nations and original settlers to the Americas, Echinacea was used as an antimicrobial to fight infection. It was used in pain relief, excuse me, and it was even used on some snake bites. So, a word of caution, some people have a very strong allergic reaction to Echinacea, so my recommendation would be to sample a very minuscule amount before consuming this on any large scale, to ensure that you're not going to show any allergic reactions to this plant species, this specific plant. It could result in death, so a caution to those people that have never ingested Echinacea before. Just ensure that you don't have any allergies to it. And another suggestion from the studies I've read, the plant really is only effective in small doses, so this is not something that you want to take for an extended period. It's suggested that you use this treatment for up to about 2 weeks. So I'm just going to go through a little section here and harvest some and show you how we do that. So I have 2 plants here. Again, with the lack of study done, there's no real indication as to which portion of the plant is the best. It's thought that the most beneficial portion of the plant is the root system, but I just planted these 2 this year, so I don't want to get in there and disturb the roots. People suggest that there's a significant amount of the healing compounds in the leaves and the petals, so that's what I'm going to harvest today. So basically, we have a bloom section here, all coming off of one stem. So I'm just going to come in, harvest this section here. And we're into fall here in Canada now, so I'm not sure when the next forecasted frost date is, but I'm going to assume that it's going to be any day now. So this section of the plant is likely to die and fall off relatively soon anyways. Maybe this last one here. So there's some new blooms coming out, some old that have gone to seed, and lots of new blooms coming out here. Maybe I'll take this last section here. So if I'm lucky and the weather holds out, then these will flower, but I'm not convinced that's the case. I'll just show you quickly what we have in the box here. So there you go, 5 or 6 stalks, lots of leaves, lots of flowers, lots of petals on there. Okay, so here we are. Again, I have decided not to touch the root structure of the plant, as the plants were just planted this year. But if you've had Echinacea planted for a few seasons and you feel like the plant is stable and that taking a portion of the roots isn't going to kill off the plant, it's recommended that you harvest the roots in late fall after a couple of frosts. Just take a small amount so that you're not killing the plant. Then it's recommended that you cut the root section into 1/2-inch bits, into cubes, and dry. It's recommended that you allow them to dry for a couple of weeks, and then once the components are dried, it's recommended that you store them in a sealed jar, or you can use Ziploc bags, that type of thing. Preparation for the roots is it's recommended that you take 1 to 2 teaspoons, add it to some boiling water, and allow that to simmer for 20 to 30 minutes, and then consume it like a tea or an infusion. What we're working with today, again, is the petals and the leaves. So I'm just going to go ahead here and show you quickly how to strip these. It's not complicated stuff, but I'm going to take all the leaves, and this box I'm just using to help dry these sections. These undeveloped little flower heads here, I'm going to take those too. It's not recommended that you use the seeded parts here, but the petals are recommended for use as well. So, there we go. And then the petals here. You can also hang the stalks upside down. If you're going to do that to dry them out, then you're going to want to take a paper bag and put that over top of the bulb, and then tie it off so that as the components dry, that they will fall into the bag and you won't lose anything. But I'm just doing this quick. I don't know if you can tell, but I'm pretty stuffed up right now. I've got the dreaded man cold coming on, I think. So I thought that I would try to stay one step ahead of it here and harvest some of this stuff. In fact, I'm probably going to take some of the leaves and the petals tonight and make myself a little infusion and see if I feel any better tomorrow. I'm a little achy, a little stuffed up, throat's stuffed up, and nasal passages were hurting yesterday morning upon rising, and again today. So try this stuff out and see how I feel tomorrow morning. My mother, when I was growing up, was a big believer in the benefits of Echinacea, and we took tablets that were made, I'm sure, of all the components of the plant. So I trust that this stuff works well. Just in my experience in my teens, it seemed to cut the sick time down by at least half. I mean, sometimes it would just be a day, and maybe that's you know, just the belief excuse me, the belief that it's going to work. We'll have studies have shown the pseudo effects of medication can really actually have drastic effects on people, and can heal all sorts of stuff if people believe that the medication's going to work. But I believe this stuff works. I've never actually taken anything that wasn't purchased from a holistic type of medicine store, a natural path or anything like that. I've never made this stuff myself, but the instructions that I read online were quite simple to follow, and I thought that I would share it with you and keep you posted in the comments section below as to whether or not this stuff worked. So there we go. This is the leftovers that there's no way I'm going to waste. I'll throw this into the compost pile here, and you know, that'll add some nutrients to my perennial and vegetable garden. And here is the product. So I'll probably wind up shredding this, but you can see there's a decent amount. just from maybe 5 or 6 stalks there. And yeah, as I said in the comment section, I'll let you know how this goes, if it works, if it doesn't work, or if I believe it works or doesn't work. If you've had any experience doing this and you found it beneficial or non-beneficial, I'd like to hear from you. Thanks for watching, folks. If you found this at all useful, you could like and share the video for me. I'd appreciate that. And if you'd like to see some more stuff from the homestead, you can go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Thanks very much for your time. Have a great day. Happy Thanksgiving to everybody in Canada. Take care.